Hi, I'm Eric. Welcome to Eric's Apiary. Also, welcome to my first YouTube video. The point of this channel is I'm a beginning beekeeper. I've got all of about 2.5 months of experience. So I thought I would just take people along on my journey. I've already filmed some stuff that'll be take place before this video, but so it won't quite be in chronological order. But we'll spend some time with the bees in the apiary. We'll do some shop videos, building equipment. I'll go over some of the things that helped me learn. And maybe I can help somebody in their journey if they're a beginning beekeeper, or just provide entertainment or comedy relief to other people. We'll see. So anyway, I thought I'd take you along. I'm going to do a fairly quick inspection on this hive just to see what's going on. I'd like to find the queen. I've not seen the queen in this particular hive yet. You don't need to. I've seen signs of her, but I'd like to actually see her, introduce myself, let her know she's appreciated here. I had been feeding all my hives sugar syrup up until today. I'm not going to feed any today because they're all pretty much, I guess you could call it honey bound, but it's all sugar syrup. So I need to get them clearing some of that out. I've got supers on all of them, even though there's no nectar flow or anything. I just want to try to get them to build out some wax. So I'm also giving pollen patties today because there's not much pollen out right now. I've been noticing in these other hives that I've already checked that there's not much pollen. So I am putting pollen patties out. I do have 5 hives. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 2.5 months. Got 5 hives. That's more than people recommend you start with. I had intended to start with 3, but my bee supplier is a really nice guy, and he wound up setting me up with 5, so I took them. No reason not to. There's a lot of work in beekeeping. Don't let anybody fool you. A lot of heavy lifting. First, I got a bad back and a bad knee, so I picked the hobby that has the most heavy lifting. But that's the way it goes. It's also not a cheap hobby. We'll go more into that when we talk about equipment and things. I've got some video of me building these boxes, building frames. I bought everything unassembled. So we'll have videos going into that. And hopefully people will just find stuff interesting. And like I said, maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe other people just get a kick out of it and laugh. But anyway, thank you for joining me. So let's get in here and see what we've got. If I do find the queen, I am going to mark her just to make her easier to spot next time. So let's see what we got. I'm doing this with encouragement from a bunch of my YouTube. I've met a bunch of beekeeping YouTubers, and they've all a bunch of them have encouraged me to, make some videos. So I thought I might join the party. These are not going to be videos telling you how to do stuff, because I certainly don't have the experience to be doing that. I'm going to just show you what I do. I'm going to show you mistakes, successes. Maybe we can learn a little bit together. As the world famous Mike Berry says, this is not a how-to video, this is a how I do video. And how I do may not be how I do it next time. We'll see. Got lots of bees, so that's nice. I've had 1 nuke about 2.5 months, and the other 4 a month and a half. And they're building out comb nicely. I do need glasses for reading, but I haven't found a good pair to wear under my bee suit yet, so I'm using a magnifying glass to see closer into cells. This is an outside frame, so I don't expect much, but we'll see. And I was right, they're just drawing frame, cleaning them up. They're drawing comb, they're doing it nicely. This one's heavy, so I think there's a bunch of nectar, or actually sugar syrup. I said, oh, there's capped. I'd love to say it was capped honey, but it's not. It's capped sugar syrup. There are a few cells in here with pollen. I was hoping to get honey out of my first nuke, which is this one right behind me, right behind my right shoulder. Like I said, I've had that about 2.5 months. Hoping to get some honey on that one, a little bit anyway. My beekeeper buddy, or my bee supplier Brian, said that might be a good expectation. However, the weather here where I live in Colorado has been so nuts. We had a really nice warm winter. Well, I won't say nice because we actually needed more moisture. But it was really dry, warm through April, and then all of a sudden May hit and it got cold. And everything that was blooming, fruit trees, everything, it pretty much knocked those down. I know there's a lot of fruit farmers here that aren't expecting much of a crop. So, of course, that affects beekeepers too, which is why I'm still feeding sugar syrup, or had been until now. If I find anything to show you, give you a close look, I'll do that. I just haven't been seeing much. The light's kind of weird out here too. Alright, I do have freshly laid eggs in here. So that's a good sign. That proves that I've got a queen. Look for. She's not marked, so she is hard to see, especially for a rookie like me who's not used to looking for queens. I did spot 2 of the others. The first nuke I got had a marked queen. The other 4 didn't. I found 2 of those queens and marked them. The other 2 I have not seen queens. But I've seen signs. But if I find them, I'll mark them, just to make it easier to find next time. Now, every year does have a special color to mark queens. I'm not worried about that. I'm just using a fluorescent orange. This year is white, but it's no big deal, really. We do have some cap brood right here. See that? This is all cap nectar, or sugar syrup. So they got lots of food. Not a lot of pollen. I'm not seeing a lot of pollen. And this is actually drone brood. Not worker brood. Like I say, I'd like to see the queen, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world, because she's in there. We know she's in there because we saw the eggs. Move bee. I don't want to crush you. Try not to crush bees. It happens. I crush way more than I want to every time I'm in the hives, but I don't really want to. That feels like we got something wonky. Some wonky comb down at the bottom, or some drone brood or something that they laid at the bottom of the frame. Alright, see this here is worker brood. It's flatter. Drone brood is kind of popcorn. It's got a dome and it's bigger around. This is flatter. More capped sugar syrup. Yeah, and there was some drone brood down here. You can see it kind of tore the comb apart. There's some drone larvae there. It's no big deal. We got plenty of drones. See, there you go. This is cap worker brood here. This is drone brood here. You see how it sticks up? Big old drone. I can be looking right at the queen. I might not see her because she might have her bud in the hole laying an egg, or other bees might be covering her up. They're just kind of hard to spot. for me. Pretty hard spot for me. I'm only going to be looking in this top box. I'm not going to tear open the bottom box. Get off of there. These seem to be dumb sometimes. Go right where you don't want them. There's another box that's stuck down there. Drone brood there. Worker brood here. Where's your smoker, Eric? People asking, why aren't you using your smoker? Well, the smoker went out. I got eggs and larvae in this big bare patch here. Smoker went out. Since I was looking for the queen, I wasn't going to be using a lot of smoke anyway, so I'm not even bothering. I'm still trying to figure out the smoker. I've had a couple good days. I keep managing to light it and keep it lit. I've had other days like today where it went out early. There's a learning curve with smokers for sure. They've got some smokeless ones out there now. I do intend to get one of those. Because actually where I'm at is a very realistic fire hazard, so I would like to get one of those anyway, especially for the drier times, but I do want to figure out my smoker. We've got several different stages of larvae in here. So we know we have a queen. There's a real good example of drone brood right there on the bottom. Oh, there's a queen right there. Got her. I see her. Got the queen cage. There, she's right there, right above my finger. So I'm gonna cage her. She's not very big, but she's doing a good job. Put that over her till I get ready. That's not pressing her down real hard, it's just keeping her in spot. Got a paint pen here, like I said, it's fluorescent orange. I'm gonna shake it up. You also want to dab it on something. See how much paint came out? We don't want that when we do the queen. So keep doing that. These paint pens are known for that, so you want to dab it. Alright, you bees, move out of the way so I can see your highness here. So anyway, queen, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate all your efforts. Move. Shade, I can't see. There, I got her. There, I got her. Move. Move. Press down just a little, just enough to hold her in place, not enough to squish her. And you raise it back up, let that paint dry for a few minutes. Success! Victory! There she is. See her? Got that orange spot on her now. She's pretty. Got a kind of an amber abdomen with the very back of her tail is black. So. Anyway, that's what I wanted to get done in this one, so we'll be careful putting her back in. Over. And yes, I do sit down if I can. I do have bad back, so you can also probably tell I'm a pretty big guy. I am losing weight, so hopefully when I get some more weight loss, the bad back issue might be kind of going away a little bit anyway, so that'd be nice. But anyway, I'm sitting down now. So we'll just leave them a little pollen patty, because as I said, there's not much pollen and I'm not seeing pollen coming in. We did that snow and rain we've had through April, or through May rather, kind of washed stuff away. So I put this piece over there. Okay. A lot of bees came down to this frame. I don't know why. The entrance is on the other side. They'll find their way home. Back up, get the bee space back. Girls, get in there so I don't squish you. Get in there, I don't squish you. This would be a nice time to have that smoker, but I don't. That's what. This is a super, but I'm just on here hoping they'll draw out some wax. That's my goal this year. Grow bees and get wax drawn out. They just barely started on these. I put these on here last week. There's not much. In some places there's a little bit, but if they don't have any drawn out next week, I'll might bring out some freshly waxed ones. Maybe they stole all the wax off of these. They do that. Okay. As I said, I had been feeding them sugar syrup. I'm not going to fill it this week. I'm going to leave it out here because I'll probably do it again next week. These are 2-gallon buckets. They were taking a whole 2 gallons every week. This is empty. So they're still doing it, but if there isn't nectar flow, it's happening right now. I have seen some clover blooming and some things like that, so hopefully there's something out there. And I'd like to get them to start bringing in some of the stuff on their own. I also want them to start clearing out some of the capped sugar syrup they have, maybe eating a little of it, getting rid of it, so leave up some space. But who knows? Bees kind of do what bees gonna do, and it doesn't matter what the beekeeper says. See there, stupid? They go right in there when you're set. There's nothing there, and then you set the box down, and a bee flies in there. It's like, kill me. I've had enough. A little bit. I don't know exactly how this channel is going to wind up. I'd like to learn how to get my camera straight and learn some editing and stuff. This is going to, for right now, my videos are going to be very, very amateurish, I think. Might be the word. Very unpolished. I do want to learn a little bit of editing. But we'll see what happens. I'd like to post a video once a week. I don't know that that's going to happen. At least every 2 weeks, I guess, it would be a goal. If I do every week, then that'll be a bonus for me. Hopefully it might be a bonus for you. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for joining me at Eric's Apiary, and we'll see you next time.